You've done this before in fall camp. How has this year's fall camp felt to you and kind of moving forward?
Yeah, this being my 5th year going through it, it's kind of nice because I know exactly what I need to do. I know how much I need to take care of my body, when to go to sleep, what I need to eat, all that type of stuff. And then just as a team, like the energy has been contagious. Everybody bringing energy every day, and you can feel that this year's feels a little bit different than every other year.
What's it been like having both your brothers on campus and everything?
Oh man, it's awesome. It's honestly, it's one of the coolest things I've ever got to experience, and obviously having little Zach out there has been really cool. Been teaching him the ropes, and I think he's been doing a really great job adjusting to it and getting the feel for it all.
Did you ever think that would happen?
No, I did not. I had no intentions of that ever happening, but I know God always has a plan, and with me getting hurt last year in redshirt, it was a opportunity that presented itself, and we took advantage of it as a family.
What's your feelings about the overall defense with Baker going into year 2 leading you guys?
I think the biggest thing for us is just like having a comfort level in Coach Baker. Like, we all know our job, and now it's the details of, all right, we can disguise this to throw off a QB. We're trying to bunt, we're trying to show different stuff, we're trying to cause a lot more confusion. So we all know coming into our 2nd year with Coach Baker, we know exactly what we need to do. Now it's just disguising everything and playing mind games with the QB.
Is Coach Kelly a little more intense than he has been in years past? Seems like he's, a lot of shouting and yelling out there from him.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I think that just kind of is how Coach Kelly is. I think he's a great coach, and he does a great job. He's one of those guys that you want to go out there every day in and day out and go to work for him.
All right, here. 4 weeks from the day, you're going to be putting on the helmet and shoulder pads, everything, and playing at Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Do you even think about that right now, or are you kind of building up to it? How excited you know that you're going to be playing real games in 4 weeks?
Yeah, no, definitely. During the day, it's kind of just locking in and focusing on practice. But then sometimes when I'm laying in bed at night, I just start drifting off a little bit. That's always what I'm thinking about. So it's definitely in the back of your mind, but right now it's time to work and get better. So.
Obviously going around the facility, and I know Coach and your brother talked about this in media days, the 1-0. What does that mean to you to see it all over the LSU facility?
Mm-hmm. Kind of like what I was just saying about how it's really focusing on the task at hand. You got to go 1-0 in the morning meetings. You got to go 1-0 in practice. You got to go 1-0 in recovery. You got to go 1-0 in the walkthrough. So really it's just attacking every single thing with that 1-0 mentality and winning that, whatever it is, practice, a rep, anything like that.
Having Harold back, what is it like to have him back, and just kind of what does it do for y'all's defense?
Yeah, it's awesome. Everybody knows what type of playmaker he is, and he can cause so much havoc. He can cover, he can blitz, he can really do everything. So having him really adds a lot to our defense and causes a lot of chaos for the offense.
Also bringing back Jacobi Gillery off of the Achilles tendon or Achilles ruptured. What have you seen from him so far?
Yeah, he's a dog too. There's not. I don't think there's anybody that can block him one-on-one in the country. So he's taking on double teams. That's freeing us up as linebackers, so allows us to play faster. So it's awesome seeing him back too.
Dominic had a big role last year because of his absence. What did you see from him so far?
Well, with him, I think the biggest thing is how much he's came along. Like this offseason, he worked his tail off, and I've seen it every day in the weight room, him just busting his tail every day to get better, and that's showing on the field as well.
Other guys in the linebacking core, who's kind of stepped up so far, and what do you see?
Devon has stepped up in a big part of kind of becoming like another vet. He's helping out the young guys, and then Tylen Singleton, he's come a long way, even from spring to now. He put in a lot of work over the summer too, and he's really starting to click. So I think he can also be a big part of this defense this fall.
I think there's 18 transfers, 23 freshmen, something like that. But Coach Kelly says this process started in January in terms of building this team. We're not just starting this now. What have you felt in this process since January, building this team?
Yeah, obviously everybody said it. This is really one of the closest teams that everybody's ever been around, and that kind of started right in January, recruiting all these guys. It was a true team effort to get all those guys here. So then once they got here, everybody was already pretty close, and then we just continued to grow tight as a brotherhood. And then throughout going through hard stuff in the wintertime and doing all those hard workouts. And then obviously summertime, we go play paintball together. We do all that type of stuff. And that's really what creates that brotherhood. And I think it's shown on the field as well.
And the guys you're going up against, the offensive line, there's new faces there, but feel like you've been working on this for a while with the bowl game and some other stuff. What do you see out of those guys as they're trying to find their five?
Yeah, those dudes I think are doing a great job, and I know Coach Davis is getting them right, and I think every single one of them has a chance. I think if it might be 8 guys that are rolling in there playing, who knows, but I know that they'll get their 5 and they'll be ready to roll because I know all those guys have the ability to play.
Obviously, you're with the linebacking core, but having a new defensive line coach in Kyle Williams, have you seen a difference there with the transition?
Yeah, obviously, I think with him, it's just the energy he brings every day. I know those D-line guys love him, and they want to go out there and bust their tails for him. So that helps us just as a unit because when you got a mean, nasty D-line coach, that you're going to have a mean, nasty D-line. So obviously, having that has been a tremendous help to this defense.
Jack Pyburn coming off the edge, what have you seen from him?
He's a madman. I mean, he's one of those guys who's bringing the energy every day, and he's a great guy to be around in the locker room. And I think he's going to cause a lot of disruption for offense and make a lot of plays for us this year.